Boo. What? Did I scare you because I don't look like my avatar? Sorry. Today, I'm telling you guys who I'm planning to pull for during the Snehznaya patches. I keep wanting to say banners. During the Snehznaya patches. During the 7.0. The characters that were revealed in the trailer, all right? We're going to look at the characters released in the trailer and talk about the characters that I personally want to pull for in the future. The first character, I don't know why this is so hard, holy. The first character we see is Vodyanitsa. She is confirmed Hydro. We saw her vision. She does not have a stellar linchpin, meaning she is not doing anything like stellar related, which kind of gives me the idea that she's going to be a Hydro healer. I like that she has like a whole siren aesthetic to her. And since I don't have Kokomi, having a Hydro healer would be like a big W because I low-key need that, maybe. I don't actually even know if I do need that, but it would be cool. It's the only way I would pull for her is if she's a Hydro healer because it makes my life easier. I do have a sneaky suspicion, though, that she's going to be a bow user, which is not something I want. The next character we see is Alyosha. Now, this guy's pretty much confirmed to be the free 4-star we're getting during the 7.0 patch because he was teased, and there's no way Odette's the 4-star. With Alyosha, although we are getting a free copy of him, I do want to C6 him because a little birdie told me that C6 Alyosha is like cracked for Sandrone. So I will be trying to get C6 Alyosha on his first banner. That is, if he runs alongside Odette, which goes to the next character shown, Odette. Now, Odette was the first character I saw that genuinely my mouth was on the floor. I was like, oh, give me the character, bro. I want her now. Only problem with that is that I just won my last 4 50-50s. So the chances of me getting this character are so low that it kind of hurts. She's cryo. She has a cryo linchpin. A certain bird told me that she replaces Chi-Chi in Sandroni's team. So, you know, I'm gonna go for Odette. There's just no way she's low-key a must pull for me. I really want Odette. If I don't get her, I will try to get her on her next banner. 100%. The next character we see is Valerie. Now, I know this guy is extremely hyped. Like, everybody was freaking out about this guy. I don't care for him. Like, he is one of the 2 characters I'm talking about today that I kid you not, I highly doubt I'm going to pull for. Like, there's just no way. I don't see myself pulling for this character. Mostly because I can tell this guy's going to be an Electro 5-star Claymore DPS. And I don't need any more Claymore DPSs or Electro DPSs. I have Flynn's. I have Chlorand. Well, I guess that's all I have. But I don't want any more. I'm chilling. I'm chilling on the Electro DPS. I have Orisa. I forgot Orisa existed. That's low-key my bad. I forgot Orisa existed. So I kind of don't care for Valerie. I genuinely think he's going to be like a 5-star Razor. And although Razor is really cool, it's just not for me. You know, it's just not for me. And that's okay. It's just not for me. I just have to skip it. I just have to skip Valerie, and that's fine. But I just don't care for his design. Like, he's just I felt the same way with Varka. Like, I knew he was hyped and I knew like people really wanted him, but I personally knew that I wasn't going to pull for the character. And I'm okay with not having Varka. I don't want him. Like, it's just not for me, bro. The character's not for me, and that's fine. That's okay. Don't flame me. I'm allowed to have my opinions. I'm sorry I'm really defensive. I know this community is very judgmental. The next character we see is Vesna. Now, when I first saw Vesna, I was so hyped. I was like, wow, I really want that character. But the more I stared at her, the more I kind of like lost interest. I don't know. She kind of just reminds me of Navia, and I love Navia. When I saw the Fontaine trailer, I immediately knew Navia was going to be a must pull. But this character, I just have a slight suspicion. We haven't had a bow charge attack DPS in a little bit, and I think she's going to fit that role. Like, she's a fairy, and like fairies are associated with bows. So I think she's going to be a bow user, which again, like I stated before, I don't like bow users. The only way I'm pulling for Vesna is if her kit is crazy and like it genuinely like it surprises me, and if it fits perfectly with like if she's before one of my must pulls, I'm probably not going to get her because I'd rather get the must pull. Which comes to my next character, Danica. Going against the general group of people, I love Danica's design. When I saw it, again, mouth on the floor, I love the assassin maid character trope. And I know like the maid trope has been like done so many times in this game, but to give you a little bit of an idea, my favorite like characters in this game are Noelle and Anefa. So you get the gist, right? So I will be pulling for Danica, and for allegedly she is a support. So I can use her in a lot of my teams. Like, I kid you not, once I pulled Durin and Nicole, they immediately went on every one of my teams. My favorite characters are the supports. I love Kazuha. I love Shilonen. I love Inefa. I love Farina. All those characters, I love them. I'm glad that I can play them in multiple teams because it just makes me feel so happy. So I kind of hope Danica is a sub DPS or a support. That'll make me happy. But if not, I will make sure she has the best in slot characters for her DPSing. I like her design. What can I say? Like, she reminds me of an Orca. I think Orcas are really cool. So I will be pulling for Danica. The next character we see is Noi. And of course, I'm pulling for this guy. This guy looks sick. A little bit of me thinks he's going to be Pyro. And though I don't need any more Pyro characters, like, I kid you not, I have every Pyro character besides Klee and Yoimiya. So trust me, I don't need any more Pyro characters. I will probably try to get him depending on where he lands with banners. Again, if he's like right before the Tsaritsa or right, before Odette's rerun, I will probably skip out on Noi unless he's like a crazy DPS, like next to Mavuika levels of DPSing. I probably will get this guy because I don't have new Valette, so I need somebody to fit that old character trope because I don't have anybody like that on my account besides Zhongli. But I kid you not, since I pulled him back in like December, I've never used him. I don't even remember friendship farming for him. He just kind of is at level 10, level 90. He's just sitting there. I've never used him. Like, I quite literally have never used a character. I just happen to have his materials because I've been playing since 3.2. So the past 4 years, of course, I fought the Geocube and collected his stupid flowers. So I kind of, easily leveled him up and then just left him back there. I did farm a little bit of tenacity, but then I gave it to Zilali and Chi-Chi. So Zhongli kind of became useless. Sorry for all Zhongli lovers. Just personally, I just never got the chance to use him because he was long away from the meta. But allegedly, he's getting buffed soon. So who knows? I might play him. He might become useful on my account. Maybe. The next character we see is Mitya. Now, Mitya was like Sanjone to me. I immediately knew I wanted to pull for the character. I was like, there's no way I'm skipping out on this character. But then I saw their kit and I was like, I can skip. But then again, Sanjone is on my account right now with like level 90, great weapon, great artifacts, and best in slot team. So I'm probably going to pull for Mitya. Like, I'm not going to lie. I am probably going to pull for... If I pull for Sanjone, I'm probably going to pull for Mitya. Now, lastly, but of course not least, is the Tsaritsa, the Cryo Archon herself. I'm 100% going to pull for this character. I have gotten the Archon on their first banner for the past 4 regions. I got Farina on her first banner, I got Mavuika on her first banner, and I got Columbina on her first banner. So I 100% will be getting the Tsaritsa on her first banner, even if it means missing out on another character I really, really want. Because come on now, it's the Cryo Archon. Cryo being my favorite element, and then she's allegedly going to be a polearm user. My favorite weapon in the game. So, there's just no way I'm missing out on this character. My dream for her is that she's like Mavuika. She can be an on-field DPS, but she also does cryo application. That way I can throw her on all my teams and be happy. So, please make that happen. I really want the Tsaritsa. Next characters I want to talk about are the characters who aren't confirmed playable, but they were in these type of trailers, so they might become playable in the future. The first one is Alice. I do believe Alice is going to be the last character released during the Snehznaya patches, and I will be pulling. Alice is just important to me as a Tsaritsa. She is 100 a must pull. I will have to skip out on. I will skip Odette for Alice. That's how much I want Alice. Even though I don't need any more Pyro DPSs, especially Catalyst, I will be pulling for Alice. There's just no way. If I miss her, I would be so angry at myself. The next character is Pantalone. Now, I have a slight suspicion that this guy's going to be one of two things. He's either going to die during the Archon quest, or he's going to be slightly nice to the Traveler and become a playable support character. I have a sneaky suspicion if this guy becomes playable, he will be the 5-star version of Alyosha. That's just my theory. I might be wrong, and that's okay if I'm wrong. But I personally don't see myself pulling for him, especially if I have C6 Alyosha, unless his kit is really crazy and really, really good. You kind of need him for these stellar conduct teams. I might pull for him. But to be honest, I'm more on the no side for Pantalone. He reminds me a lot of Baiju, and I didn't care for Baiju. So, last character that was shown in these type of trailers who might become playable, but I highly doubt it, is Pulcinella. There is absolutely nothing on this earth. He could be the most broken DPS on the game. He could be the most broken support to work on every possible team possible. He can make my Ayato hit 100,000 damage per slice, and I will still not pull for this guy. There's just no world. I don't like his design. I think he looks really funny. I don't want him on my account. Even if they give him for free, I will not play the game until that's gone. I don't want this guy. I don't want my characters to have him being in there. I already hate that the mannequins are there. I hate to have this thing in there. I'm okay. I don't want it. There's just no world. There's no world where I pull for this guy. I think I'd rather have the Wander on my account than this guy. To clarify, if I pull for this guy during 7.0, I was at a very low point. I really wanted to gamble. That's the only way. And I'm saying that right now, okay? That's the only way Pulsanella becomes a playable character in my game. I'm sorry. That's just the truth. Finally, the characters I want to talk about are the characters who are already out that I don't have yet that I really, really want. First one up is Emily. Emily is the only character I don't have who I desperately yearn for. There's so many teams I want to put her on, specifically my Chlorand, that I just dude, I want her so bad. I love her design. I missed out on her first banner because I decided to go for Yellow, which I don't regret a little bit. I mean, Xingqiu is right there, but it's fine. I don't think about the past. I will get her at some point in the future. I really hope she escapes the Chronicle Wish because I don't want to wish on another Chronicle Wish. I've already did that with Royal Thessaly, and that was the scariest thing I've ever done because that's not guaranteed and it doesn't carry over. So I was genuinely terrified that I was going to end up getting Kasino or like a C1 Mizuki, which would I want any of that? Luckily, I got Royal Thessaly. I got very lucky, which is why I don't think I'm getting Odette on her first banner. But I hope Emily escapes the Chronicle Wish so I can get her because I really would, out of all the characters that I'm going to be talking about, Emily is the one I want the most who's already released. Following Emily is the Raiden Shogun. Now, I know the Raiden Shogun is getting her next rerun, literally next week, but I am skipping out on it. There's no way, there's nothing in my mind that's going to convince me to pull for Raiden during the next couple of weeks, mostly because she's so not meta that there's literally no point I have nowhere to put her on any of my teams. She doesn't fit anywhere. She's very similar to Zhongli, where yes, they were cracked at some point and viable for so many teams. But as of right now, I'd rather run Durin Nicole for my teams than put a Raiden Shogun out of nowhere. You know, it's not worth right now. But I do hope they buff Inazuma characters because the Inazuma lineup has one of my favorite characters ever, like Kazuha, the Raiden Shogun, Ayato, Ayaka. Those are really cool. Heizo, please buff Heizo. Please, you forgot about that character. And the last one on this list is Shenhe. Shenhe is the final character I don't have that I do want, that I can see myself pulling on a banner if she reruns at a good time. The main reason why I want her is because I have so many cryo DPSs where Shenhe could work. There's even if they release more cryo buffers, I can still find a way to use Shenhe. Shenhe was also one of the first characters that I saw that I think I replayed her trial multiple times so I can play her. Because I like her design. I liked her in the quest she had. She was really dope. And she was one of the few characters who genuinely caught my attention. So I want to get Shenhe. I think I really do think she's really cool. And I will be trying to get her. It doesn't matter if she's been power crept 40 different times. I'm pulling for Shenhe. Now, if you notice something about the 3 characters I'm missing that I do want, they're all polearm users. Which just kind of backs up the idea that polearm is my favorite weapon. Because after I get all 3 of them, I would have every polearm user released to this date. Ignore that guy. That guy is not real. He doesn't exist. Now, to be completely honest, I am a collector, and I do technically plan to pull for every character in this game. But I'm not a whale, which I get into in the next video that I'm going to be uploading. I'm not a whale. But I do spend money a little bit, occasionally. I get the Welkin, I get the Battle Pass, and sometimes I spend $100 on Lohan. Sometimes. It's rare. But it does happen. I do have my priorities, and there are some characters I want more than others. So I will be prioritizing those characters and some not, right? I don't think that makes any sense. Point is, there's some characters I want, some characters I don't. Period. That's it. Following the must pulls are the Saritsa, Alice, and Odette, and Danica. And then for sure, I'm not pulling Pulsanella and Valerie. And it may be Vesna. Right? So that's basically, those are the characters, right? Those are the characters that I will be pulling and who I'm not going to be pulling at all, unless something crazy happens. So yeah, I guess some of those are my predictions about what I think the characters are going to be. I didn't include that for every character, but for those that I did, you kind of see my vision. Let me know what you guys plan to pull for during the 7.0 patches. Let me know how your savings are going. I have not explored the moon yet, so I have to get into that. I've been working on so many videos. I'm trying to boost out as many videos as possible right now just to make content, but then I'm going to slow it down after that. I am working on a pretty big project right now for this channel involving characters. Hint, hint, I'm building all my characters and giving them their best teams. So that's going to be pretty fun. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to smile.